Hi there and welcome back to We Are The Famous EFC. In this episode, me and Fletcher are going to talk about David Moyes in or out and what needs to happen at this football club, because we're in a rough patch at the moment, but with injuries, then the manager not making the right choices, then the Friedkin group not even getting involved. So a whole mixture to get through tonight. So Fletcher and foremost, what should we start off with first?
I think it's just the mindset of the Friedkin group to start off with that, because it's difficult to comprehend what the Friedkin group are thinking, and I think they like that as well. I think basically, right. So when you're going through the mindset of the Friedkin group, what they'll do is they'll make a decision about David Moyes over the summer.
Yeah,
I think they'll get but if you wanted to find out some clear inclinations about the direction of travel, I think you would have to basically look at how much he's got to spend in the January transfer window, if he's got any at all.
Yeah, I agree. Like at the moment, it's a mixed bag. A lot of fans want Moyes out, and some of them want him to stay.
I'm sympathetic towards that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm Moyes in.
Are you Moyes in, are you?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, look where we are now compared to last season under Dyche.
Yeah, I know.
But also, it's not Moyes' fault that players are shit and players are injured and in the AFCON. Yeah. It's not his fault, is it? At the end of the day.
No,
so,
it's not.
Go on.
It's not his fault that the players aren't performing, and it's not his fault that we haven't that we've got injuries, and we've got players at the AFCON, like you say. But his in-game management style, it's a bit archaic for my taste. I think we need somebody a little bit more progressive, because when it comes to, for example, when it comes to Keane, I was going to say Roy Keane then. When it comes to Keane, pulling the Wolves player's hair, he said that it was not intentional, and it was healthy for football. And I just thought, no, that's a disgusting logic to have, because at the end of the day, the players are on the pitch to set an example. Do you know what I mean? And like just for me, that underscores the logic of David Moyes just being a bit of a dinosaur. He is. Don't get me wrong. He's an upgrade from Sean Dyche. Don't get me wrong in the slightest. He's done wonders for the club in the short spell that he's been here. But has David Moyes got what it takes to lead Everton back to the big time?
I'll say yes, but only if TFG have got to back him this summer without a shadow of a doubt. We've got to back David Moyes, because at the end of the day, we need a right back. I don't know why we didn't get one in the summer. I don't know why we bought Tierno Barry in.
Right back, aren't we?
Yeah, that's one thing I want to know. Where did it break down? Because we were meant to have a right back in the summer.
Last summer.
Yeah, but we didn't. So something there's mistaked. But something tells me it wasn't up to Moyes, because we brought Tyler Diblin in, and look how shit he was against Sunderland. So something there tells me it's broke down, and it's not up to Moyes. But I 100% back Moyes to the tops, because at the end of the day, it's not his fault they're injured and they're in AFCON. But yes, as you said, he is a bit of a dinosaur of a manager. His in-game management is shocking.
He's a mid-table manager. He's a mid-mindset manager.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say he's a European manager who can win trophies, and that's what we need to get us into Europe.
But it was only the Conference League. I'm not trying to doubt what you're saying. I'm just making the point that it was only the Conference League. But the thing is, a lot of Everton fans would bite your hand off for any European trophy.
Yeah, but I do think things will get better. But the Friedkins have to pull their leg out with the money
Yeah,
and
they
give.
have to support him, don't they, financially?
Yeah, like you've got to back like David Moyes, like compared to where we were last season under Dyche, as I said just before, to where we are now. Like we're 12th, literally 5 points off 5th.
It was wooden cartwheels, wasn't it, under Sean Dyche?
Yeah, but TFG have to, and I say have to get us a right back and a striker and perhaps a midfielder.
Yeah.
But I'm not bothered about a midfielder at the moment. All I'm bothered is a right back and a striker. They're my main priorities.
Exactly. Those are two good priorities to have as well, because that's what we need. We need to, in order to compete in order to compete here and now, this season, we need to get a right back and a striker. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree, Fletcher. What are your thoughts going on behind the scenes at the moment with all these links up?
I think
the
Sunderland game which we lost on penalties will sit heavy in terms of the Viking groups wanting to win a trophy this season. I think that'll sit heavy with them for the time being.
Yeah, but I want to know. Sorry, what I want to know is what are the Friedkin group doing, because they've not said anything in at all.
Like I said, that's what they do. They just operate behind the scenes, don't they? They operate in the shadows, as it were. And and we the only way we can foresee what they're going to think or do is basically with the wallet, essentially. Are they going to give David Moyes any money in the January transfer window to spend? Because if they do that, and that's a strong element of support, that is a strong showing of support, basically. That is a strong indication that they'll back the manager.
Yeah, but realistically, I want to know exactly what's going on, because after that defeat, so we've only won one in the last 9, and that was last year on the 30th of December when we won 2-0 at Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. All of that, we've heard absolutely nothing by the Friedkins. No transfers, like we're getting transfers in. Moyes said that if one comes up, we'll try and get it done. If not, we'll wait till the summer. Because let me tell you now, if we wait till the summer and get no players in, then let me tell you now,
we're not going to be able to compete.
No, we're going to fail again as a football club, and we're going to finish between 13th and 14th, and anywhere between them two is a failure.
We need to be constructive. We need to be constructive. We need to be able to look at it with open eyes, as it were. But we do need to improve, particularly in that right back position as well as the striker's position, because Beto, he's gone. I think Beto played his last shirt. I think last time in an Everton shirt. I think Beto's completely past it now from an Everton perspective in terms of how we look at the club and how we look at the squad and how we looking to improve things. I think Barry's the way forward. I think we need to get another striker in to replace Beto as soon as possible. Don't get rid of him. Unless we've got a suitable replacement. We can't just have Barry up on his own. That wouldn't be fair on the lad. It would put him under too much pressure.
But something's got to be done, because after that game with the penalties, the pair of them missed. I get with Jimmy Garner because he scored one, but what the bloody hell was that about? Them two missing? Yeah,
it was absolutely embarrassing. It was like watching the League One side and taking the penalties.
Yeah, so I want to know what the Friedkin are doing behind them scenes for January, because we've got 2 weeks to go till the deadline window finishes. Deadline day, Monday, the 2nd of February is when deadline day shuts. I don't know what time, but it slams shut, and we've only got 2 weeks. 2 weeks yesterday, it shuts.
Well, first of all, we shouldn't panic.
Yeah, I don't want the signings rush, but I want a right back and a striker ASAP. and that's what gives me anxiety. Wait there. What gives me anxiety is that we leave it all down to last minute. We rush.
That's
rush.
David Moyes' style, though, isn't it? That he's always done that. He's always leaving it to the transfer business to the last minute.
Yeah,
it's very rare.
We can't do that.
Doesn't do that.
Yeah, well, we can't do that because look at Tierno Barry. Look at Beto. Sean Dyche did it with Beto when he came in and brought Beto. Left it till deadline day. And look how Beto planned out. Exactly. Absolute shit.
Exactly.
He goes on level terms with Salomon Rondon during Rafa Benitez's era.
Yeah, exactly. He's totally agree with Paul. There's no disagreements from either at all. Like, it's just, but David Moyes' style has always been leaving things to the last minute and see how it goes. But
the Friedkins need to change that and do it fast.
And the only way they can do that is by supporting the manager financially, is by giving him the money, giving him the backing to improve the squad like that. And there's been that. I think genuinely they'll give him. What will happen now is I think they'll give him some more cash to play with in January. I think they'll give him some. KDH the GOAT. He just messaged me asking me if he wanted to join up.
Yeah. Go on, keep talking.
KDH the GOAT has just messaged me asking me if he can ask you if he'd let him join up. But basically, from my point of view, what I think will happen now, definitely, is that they'll give him some funds to play with. They'll give him some money to give him some backing.
Yeah.
What they're going to do is they're going to take a pause. They're going to reflect on what David Moyes has done well and what David Moyes has done badly in the summer and make a decision in the summer based on what they want to do.
Yeah. As well, sorry about that in the background, people. That was my microphone. But yeah, as I said, okay.
So basically, they'll give him some backing. They'll give him some financial stability now.
Yeah.
In the January transfer window, and then in the summer, what they'll do is they'll basically make an informed decision on his tenure so far, and make a decision and whether or not they'll keep him on for a long, give him to upgrade his contract, basically.
Yeah. Okay, Fletcher.
Cool.
Answer this one. Do you back David Moyes? Yes or no?
I'm 75% backing David Moyes.
Okay. Do you think TFG give David Moyes the money for January? And
yes, I think
okay.
they'll give him some financial support in January. I think it'd be rude not to.
Yeah, I agree. And if we don't make any signings this summer, what do you think it needs to be done?
If there's no signings made in the summer, I think we need to sack David Moyes.
No, I'm talking about January, sorry.
Oh, in January. What I think we need to have a right back, and I think we need to get rid of Beto and replace him with another striker.
Okay, and if we fail to get any in January, then what? What do we do as a football club?
Well, we'll have to persevere like we always do, but I'm fed up as a Everton fan of persevering, of being cannon fodder, of just sort of like climbing up the league slowly but surely. But at the same time, because don't get me wrong, David Moyes has brought a lot of stability back to the club. That's the key word of David Moyes is stability. But I'm fed up. I just miss the Hollywood manager, the Hollywood star manager, the manager that's won it all in order to achieve it all.
Yeah, something tells me that I don't know. It makes me anxious to think about it. We desperately need a right back and a striker, but I don't know if.
I think regardless of what happens in the summer, I think they should give him some level of funding in January.
Yeah. No words about it, without a shadow of a doubt, and I'll say it again, without a shadow of a doubt, we have to get a right back this January.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, no matter what.
We do. I totally agree with you there.
And if we don't, then the Reid comes on a failure.
We need to get rid of Beto. I miss DCL big time when it comes to this. This argument, this whole discussion about a striker. But I do miss DCL when it comes to this discussion, and I also miss Decore as well, because he was banging in the goals before he left Everton. But like, imagine Decore and Jack Grealish on the same side.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It just would have been quality football. But like, what was the question? Sorry.
What do you? Okay, let me try and phrase it in a better way. How do you, wait? Okay, if the Friedkins don't let David Moyes spend before either before deadline day or on deadline day, if we haven't signed anyone, do you think that's Moyes' fault, or is that going to be down to the Friedkins? And
it'll be down to the Friedkins. If there's money not available to David Moyes in January, that's down to the Friedkin group.
Yeah, and if there is no money
available in January for David Moyes to spend, and he doesn't, he chooses not to, then that's the case against David Moyes, because we need more players.
I've read that there is the Friedkins, there is money for January, but David Moyes only wants to sign elite players like Ben White. If there's money and we don't sign anybody, then do you sack David Moyes then?
I'd wait until the summer.
What about?
I'd wait until the summer. On that logic of that question, I'd wait until the summer.
Okay. What about if we brought no one in, we get Keita Shrewsbury or Jared Bramthwaite, Idrissa, and Illy back, and we still.
Just on a side note, though, Jared Bramthwaite's back on the grass now.
Yeah, and if when we get Illy back and Idrissa, if we haven't won a game, what's our next step after the transfer window is shut? What do we do? Do we part ways with the manager and say, look, and that? Or do we still back him?
We still back him until the summer.
Okay.
We back him until the summer. I think the Friedkin group will make an informed choice. They'll make an informed decision in the summer as to where they stand with David Moyes and where the club stands with David Moyes. I think from now until then, I think it's quite like we're in a state of flux as a club. We're still going through that mentality change. We're still going through that progressive change of competing at the highest level again, and we're on our way.
Yeah, I'm David Moyes in 100% until
I'm 75% David Moyes in. The other 25%, I think Everton need a manager who's won it all in order to achieve it all. I think they need that winning charisma, that winning mentality at the club.
Yeah, I think we will get to David Moyes what we had 2 years ago at Goodison. Trust me, it's going to take some time, but I think that we'll get there. But I just hope. Yeah, I just hope that. I just hope the Reid can give the manager the money. If they don't, then they're a failure.
Well, that's it. They can only look themselves in the mirror there, because if they're not going to give them the financial backing, then they can't really complain about the manager. However, if they do give him the financial backing and he doesn't get the plays in, then that's on David Moyes.
Yeah, 100%.
So are we gonna let Kane up?
Not yet. Right, people. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it there now. Do head to the YouTube channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your comments and your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow, people, for more Everton content. So make sure that you hit the notification bell and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on TFG. the players who have been linked up with Everton and David Moyes, whether you back them or sack them. I back them and Fletcher backs them until the summer, but let's hope we get some players in. Bye-bye.